यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे.
Morning. Today I am going to take up some of the emotive issues which I think it really pertains to our children, and it is very appropriate also, it is very much contextual also, it is very much germane and to the point, as recently, very recently, few days back only, we have seen the postulates of new education policy. Education policy which was hitherto which we were following was not only lopsided, it was having lot of fallacies. इसके अंदर खाली त्रुटियां ही त्रुटियां थी, केवल त्रुटियां मात्र. अब न्यू शिक्षा नीति आने के बाद लगता है कि उन त्रुटियों के ऊपर ध्यान दिया जाएगा और इसका सही तरीके से निष्पादन किया जाएगा. जो the topic which I have taken today is love for nation. What is love for nation? This is very much contextual, as I told you, that my children, it is said that children are the father of nation. Children today, tomorrow the participant citizen, and day after tomorrow the policy makers. They really impact the policy decisions of the country. So my dear loving children, the very purpose of mine that I should interact with you is so fascinating and equally emotive that really impels me to speak my heart out with you. Now, let me discuss what is love for nation. Now, what are the love for nation? It's in normal sense say that आप ऐसी टॉपिक क्यों उठाते हो? Love for nation. Everyone who is born in this country, of course, he is a true Indian. No. They are not true Indian. They are not even enemy. They are perennial. Some of the elements in this country who are born as Indians, but they are not only not behaving like Indians, but they are perennially sowing the seed of secessionism, separatism, and a kind of feeling which really poisoning the society. Now, I would be discussing some of the tenets of the material or the contents which really constitute love for nation. What are those things? There could be many steps. The first step could be an active citizen. Actively demonstrate your love for the country. Be a part of the political process. These are the steps which really demarcates, which really makes you as an active citizen of the nation. Study the history of your country. Now, my dear loving children, when I say that you should study the history of your country, it involves whole lot of things which many people are not, inclined to do that. When it is said that study the history of your country, right from 1947 till date, the very process and the history of my country was contorted, it was distorted, it was maligned, it was, contaminated, it was brutally bruised up. My history is not pure, it is not original, it is not true, it is far away from the reality. If your history is wrong, how can you teach your children what should be the correct path? Now, I always say to my children, a person is known by the type of company he keeps, and he is known better by the type of company he avoids. एक इंसान की पहचान होती है कैसे लोगों के साथ आप रहते हो, और उससे अच्छी पहचान होती है कैसे लोगों को आप दूर रखते हो। मैं आज़ादी के बाद कुछ शिक्षा मंत्रियों की बात बताता हूँ, वो कौन थे और उन्होंने कैसी कैसी रुचि दिखाई हिस्ट्री को बर्बाद करने के लिए। पहला नाम आता है मौलाना अब्दुल कलाम आज़ाद। वो ऐसे व्यक्ति थे जो इंडिया में जन्मे ही नहीं थे। ही वॉज बॉर्न इन मक्का, एंड फॉर योर काइंड इंफॉर्मेशन ही हैड चेंज हिज नेम 4 times. He was not son of the soil. And वो अरेबियन कल्चर, पर्शियन कल्चर, बहावी कल्चर के सोच वाले थे। And just imagine, in order to propitiate and mollify some of the vested interest of the Indian population, Pandit Nehru appointed him as education minister. And that education minister broke hell upon the historical fabrics of the society. The one who was not born to this nation was made education minister. अनजाने गुलिस्ता क्या होगा जिस डाल पे, हर डाल पे उल्लू बैठा हुआ है. That education minister had no respect for what my ancient culture are. What are the value system of Indian society? He, along with the left, who was badly needed by the Congress to rule, right from Pandit Nehru till Mrs. Gandhi, they contorted the historical chapters the way they felt like. In this context, I will name 4 or 5 education ministers who did more damage than what Gauris, Ghaznavis, Abdalis, and Nadir Shah could not do. The remnants and the vestiges and remnants of the destructions, intellectual destructions, they did physical and emotional destructions, rape, murder, conversion, forceful conversion, and perpetration of hatred and communal conflagration. That was their wife. I'm talking the person whom I named, Taimurs, Chengiz, the Mughals. The first education was Abdul Kalam Azad. Abdul Kalam Azad. The second was Kabir Humayun. Third was MC Chagla. Fourth was Nurul Hasan. And of course, fifth was Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad. They were one after the another. You cannot name them in chronology who was worst than the other. They had hatred for one particular religion, and they ensured that coming posterities of India should never be having iota of influence of the great, rich, ancient history. So they damaged our historical facts in a manner which till date we are suffering from. Otherwise how can you, if India could have sown the seed of patriotism, we couldn't have seen the kind of children which are being born in Jawaharlal Nehru University or Jamia Millia University or Usmania University or Jadavpur University. These pseudo anti-nationals who portray to be nationalists in collusion with the leftists, they have damaged immensely to Indian historical perspective. Just imagine Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad. He was the same Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad who blindly signed on the Magna Carta which was placed before him to impose emergency. Before that, he was education minister also. Same with the story of Humayun Kabir, Mr. Chagla, a pronounced communist. I told you in great detail about Abdul Kalam Azad. And Abdul Kalam Azad was not an educated man, but he was badly influenced by the Bahavi concept, the concept which believes in proselytizations, forced religion conversion. Otherwise, just imagine what a rich culture India enjoyed. If you read history of India, within seconds they will finish ancient India. Modern India, there is no point reading because it has been totally. Modern India is nothing but bundle of lies. Our great freedom fighters, they have been branded as terrorists. Sometimes, if some showed kind of respect, they used to write revolutionary terrorists. Now, whether you add revolutionary before terrorist, the poison of terrorism does not escape from the word. So, my dear loving children, now we are very happy that Government of India has introduced new education policy. This new education policy is going to revamp the historical perspective once again. And in this revamping process, it is expected that we would be having a reincarnation of the facts which hitherto was put in the dustbin, which was covered by all mislies, all concocted stories, and over exaggerated narrations of glories by perpetrators of crime and criminality. Otherwise, have you ever read in any of the pages of history who was Raja Dahir? Raja Dahir was the king who, when his relatives of Muhammad fled from Makkah and Medina, he was the one who gave shelter, which finally got defeated by Mir Qasim. And these are the education ministers who eulogized Mir Qasim. But they were not having even the slightest moral compunction to utter a word of praise for Raja Dahir. Though they claim that they are Muslims, but the very savior of the relatives of Prophet Muhammad, who was given shelter in the kingdom of Raja Dahir, finds no place in the historical reckoning. So, there has been immense damage to the Indian historical perspective. Now, when we talk about love for India, love for nation, what are the other tenets, what are the other facets that we should learn about? Study your history, study the history of your country, as I told you. If you have read wrong history, how can you have love for your nation? If you are always taught, mind you, my dear children, we were always taught that Sudras and this Varna system came in India from the ancient culture. But to tell you very frankly and factually, before medieval culture and the beginning of the Mughal period, there was no Sudra system in our country. And whatever the narratives that you read, these were extrapolated or intrapolated with retrospective effect as per their narrations, that it was existent even during the Vedas period, but it was not. If you read several books of Dr. Ambedkar, Ambedkar had very vividly described there was nothing of that sort in the medieval period. And after medieval period, we were under subjugation of colonial, before that colonial rules, we were under the subjugation of Taimurs, the Changhis, the Nadirs, and all these criminals who came here as marauders, murderers, and converters from Hinduism to different religion, primarily Islam. Now, read stories, tall tales, and patriotic legends. Except for one song, can you ever remember who was Hari Singh Nalwa? Hardly any children remember. Rang Hara Hari Singh Nalweka. He was a Senapati of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who started conquering from Punjab and conquered up till Afghanistan single-handedly. He was such a great and warrior, Hari Singh Nalwa. But nobody knows. Because our education, Mr. they were not inclined to write about the patriots. But you find vivid description of हुमायूं, अकबर, शाहजहां. शाहजहां कौन था? एक नंबर का अय्याश. Great glorification. He made Taj Mahal, he made blah blah blah. He was a perpetrator of crime. Aurangzeb. On contrary, if you have to read, you just read the historical perspective of his brother, elder brother, Dara Shikoh, very tolerant, who got translated entire Upanishad in different languages and spread it far and wide. He was intellectual, but he was maimed. He was put to death. And still, we have Tughlaq Road. We have, unfortunately, till last few years, we had Aurangzeb Road also. But still we have Humayun Road and Akbar Road, Shahjahan Road. शाहजहां रोड तो वहीं पे है जहाँ पर सिविल सर्वेंट का जो यूपीएससी का जो ऑफिस है. कितनी बड़ी शर्म की बात है, जिसका मैं भी कभी पार्ट रहा हूँ, जहाँ से हर साल हजारों बच्चों यूपीएससी की तैयारी करके निकलते हैं. वो जो यूपीएससी धौलपुर हाउस का जो बना हुआ है, किस रोड पे बसा हुआ है? औरंगजेब, शाहजहां रोड, शाहजहां रोड. और शाहजहां के बाद फिर औरंगजेब रोड मिलता था पहले, जो अब कलाम साहब के नाम पे रोड हो गया है. But none of the bureaucrats ever could point out कि who was this? Why can't we have road in the name of our Chhatrapati Shivaji? I hardly see a road in Delhi on the name of our legends. क्या महाराणा प्रताप हमारे हिस्ट्री में नहीं हुए थे? हुए थे. But our priorities were not those. Our priority was not love for the nation. Our priority was propitiation. Propitiate somebody to get votes. Therefore, it is always said, if good people refuse to join the political process, you should be ready to be governed by the scoundrels. Then you should not dream for the concept of love for the nation, love for your country. You should forget that. If you want to be a scoundrel, then you follow whatever the scoundrels dictate over you. Therefore, have a hero. Have a hero. And who could be your hero? As I told you, it is the perspective which determines what kind of character you have. A person is known by the type of company he keeps, and he is known better by the type of company he avoids. I believe that if I have a propensity to eulogize Shivaji Maharaj, शिवाजी महाराज की जितनी भी कहानियाँ आप पढ़ते होंगे, आपने कहीं नहीं देखा होगा कि किसी लड़ाई जीतने के बाद या पेशवाज कभी उन्होंने किसी की बहू बेटी को अपने पास ले गया हो, हरम में रखा हो. लेकिन जितने भी मुस्लिम शासक थे, ये जीतने के बाद क्या करते थे? सबसे पहले उस राजा का धड़ से अलग किया और उसकी बेटियों, बहू, उसकी बीवियों को उठा के ले जाते थे. कहाँ पे? सेक्स स्लेवरी में. That was their character. That was their message of plundering. They did not plunder the only physical self of a being, but they plundered the very essence of Indian fabric. The century is old. इस कंट्री को जिसने चरक बनाया था, चरक संहिता पढ़ो आप, जिसको आर्यभट्ट ने रचा था, जिसको हमारे ऋषि मुनियों ने रचा था, वो आज़ादी के बाद चंद पावर ग्रैबर्स ने पूरी हिस्ट्री को बदल डाली. That was very sad part of it, and that is very sad part of it. Anyway, it looks very heartening and very delighted to hear that new education policy has come to the fore. Now we believe that whatever undone, whatever wrong done with the history has been perpetrated would be resurrected to perfection on the yardsticks of honesty and truthfulness. The narration of the facts, the narration of the Indian architecture and culture shall be made available to our children so that we feel glorified in discussing and knowing the beauties of our great nation. My dear loving children, you must read Ancient India. You will feel how proud our ancestors were and what kind of values they imparted us. They imparted us, civility, the idea to compromise. When you come from outside, there is a word incredible India. Our incredibility lies in the fact that we should encompass and we should accommodate everyone. We should not persuade or we should not force somebody to change their religion, because religion is inborn. How bad it looks. Can you ever make a competition, say that your mother is more loving than my mother? Mother is mother. Same is religion. And if it is forcefully implemented, how tormenting it must have looked to our forefathers. When we remember, or try to remember the agonies, the anguish, we shiver. Therefore, my dear loving children, our responsibility are that we must tell you that you must read Indian ancient culture, must make a hero, and then decide how much you should love your country. Thank you very much.
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम् अधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि